people, and welcome back to the Love From You to You podcast with your host, Dylan Denio. I hope you're all having a marvelously fantabulous day like you deserve because you're a lovely person and you deserve only the best. Yeah, so today I've been really excited to record this all day because I've just been in a great mood, and I really want to share that with you and give you guys the same mood that I've been having today. So, today we are going to talk about why you are not a loser and why you are a winner. So, let's get into it. This is kind of just going to be a little bit of a flow of consciousness type of thing, just kind of defining what a loser is and why you're not that, and defining what a winner is and proving why you are that. So, a loser is somebody that tells themselves that they are not enough and does not value themselves as they should, does not think that they can do things, and you are not a loser, right? So you better not be telling yourself things like that because you would be lying to yourself, and that's what losers do. Losers lie. And as a winner, you are honest with yourself and you make sure that you tell yourself that you are the best and that you deserve the best. And you lift yourself up because that's what winners do, and you are a winner. A loser is somebody that brings people around them down because they don't have a good self esteem. They don't see themselves in a high way. They don't see themselves as they should, which is being the very best and being awesome and totally super cool. And since you're not a loser and you're a winner, you make sure that you bring people around you up because you have a high self esteem, because you tell yourself and you remind yourself every day that you're a boss, man. You're a great person with great morals and great values, and you make a difference in the world. And a loser is somebody that feels like they don't make a difference in the world because what they do is not important, or it's not good enough, or it's not awesome enough, whatever. A loser is somebody that does not bring the world around them up. And so, since you're not a loser and you're a winner, you make sure to lift the world up. You make sure to go out there and do your best at everything you do. You do great things with your time because your time is important. And winners focus on what's important. A loser is somebody that focuses on things that don't matter, like what people think about them, or what people say about them, or what's going on in the world that they have absolutely no control over. And since you're a winner and not a loser, you focus on what's important to you, and what you say about yourself, and not what other people say about you. You focus on things that are important to you, like your time and your energy and your money and your health and your everything. You focus on these things that are important because that's what winners do. You don't waste your time or energy or money focusing on things that don't matter and are negative. A loser is somebody that focuses on the negative aspects of life. They focus on obstacles and challenges and setbacks and bullies and things that just suck them of their energy. And since you are not a loser, you focus on things that are investments in your time and energy and money and happiness and health. You don't waste, you invest because that's what winners do. And you're a winner, not a loser. A loser is somebody that doesn't take care of themselves. They don't listen to themselves when they know that they should stop doing something. They keep doing it anyway, and then they complain about it. Losers complain. Losers complain about things that they have control over, and then they blame things for them not choosing to do better because they know how to do better, but they just choose not to anyway and ignore themselves and everything around them that tells them that they should probably do something different. But since you're not a loser and you are a winner, you make sure to listen to yourself. When you say you should stop doing something or that you should start doing something, you listen to that voice without any questions asked. You know it's right, and so you do it, because that is what winners do. And since you do things that you know you should do without questioning them, you don't complain, because complaints come from when you don't listen to yourself and this part of you that knows better and does better. And since you are a winner, you don't you don't listen to that part of yourself that doubts or tells you that, oh, I'll just do it some other day or whatever it is, because you're a winner and not a loser, right? Okay, that's what I thought. And also, since you're a winner, you never have anything to blame for any kind of setbacks that come in your life, because you create the setbacks in your life if you want to. A winner knows that any obstacle placed in front of them is their own creation. A winner does not see obstacles. A winner does not see setbacks or challenges. They only see growth and advancement and things that help them. A loser will see a roadblock and turn around and just go back to the start. Whereas a winner will see a wall right in front of them, and they will climb it, because they know that the next wall they'll have to climb will just be easier because they did this one. And you are a winner, so you do that, right? You're not a loser, so you don't turn around. You don't, a loser is somebody that doesn't get what they want because they give up on it, because they see something that they think is greater than them. Whereas a winner, which you are, because you're not a loser, a winner will see these quote unquote challenges, and it won't mean anything to them, because a winner gets what they want because they said so. A winner says, I get what I want, and they get it because they don't let things get in their way. That's what losers do, and you're not a loser, right? You're not a loser. So you go ahead and you just say that what you want is yours, no questions asked, and you get it. No excuses, no reasoning. A loser listens to their reasoning mind. The reasoning mind that tells them all of the reasons why they can't, why they shouldn't, why it's impossible. A loser focuses on things that aren't real, like impossible things or doubts or lack. All of these things are what losers focus on. And since you are not a loser, you focus on the abundance that you have, the abilities that you have, and you don't see impossible things, because to the person that is a winner, they believe that anything is possible, and so there is no such thing as impossible. A winner focuses on what's real, whereas a loser will focus on lack, limitation, and disbelief, which are all nothing to a winner. And you are a winner, right? You're not a loser. A loser makes everyone around them upset because they are not happy with themselves. They don't like themselves. And a loser is always seeking validation from external sources like people or their number in their bank account or the amount of Facebook friends they have, whatever. These are things that are important to a loser. And since you're not a loser, you don't need those things. You don't need validation from other people. You don't need to have a bunch of money in your bank account. You don't need to have a bunch of likes on Facebook. You don't need people to tell you you're the best, because a winner doesn't need anything outside of themselves to feel good about themselves. They don't need anything that a winner does not lack anything that they need. A winner is everything that they need. They know that they have everything that they need inside. They get their validation from themselves. They get their friends from themselves by being a great person. A winner is a great person. And you're a winner, right? So you're a great person. A loser will always, always, always try to knock people down to bring them to their level. And losers are mean, losers are sad, losers are not fun to be around. And since you are not a loser, You lift people up, you make people smile, you make people happy. You don't bring people down because that's what losers do. And you're not a loser, you're a winner. A loser is somebody that changes who they are because of what other people do, because of things that are out of their control. A loser is not firm in their personality, they don't believe in themselves, and they are always being swayed by the opinions of others, and they are always reacting to how other people are. A loser will be called a loser, and then they'll get all defensive about it because they know that's true about themselves, and they will completely change who they are. They'll let other things influence how they act and how they compose themselves in this world. Whereas a winner remains who they are no matter what. You could go up to a winner and be the biggest meanie to them and be super rude, and they will still be a great person to you because they know that it doesn't matter how you treat them. That doesn't determine how they act. They know that they are a great person, and so they are that. No matter what, they are not swayed by the opinions of others, the actions of others. They are solid in who they are, and they uphold those standards for themselves. A loser has low standards for themselves, and they don't care how they act. They don't care about themselves, and so they do things like that. They change up who they are for whatever reason that is not a good reason. And since you are not a loser and you are a winner, you know who you are and you uphold that. You don't change who you are because of the opinions of others. You don't change who you are because of how people treat you. You are a good person because winners are good people, and you remain that no matter who is in front of you and what they do to you. Because you know at the end of the day, you don't have to live with the opinions of other people, but you have to live with your opinion of yourself. As long as you know you are being a good person, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if people tell you that you're not, because you know that you are and they don't know anything about you. A loser would take that personally and think that, oh my gosh, I must be a horrible person. And then they will act like a horrible person because, again, their opinion of themselves is swayed by the opinions of others. And you're not a loser, you're a winner, right? A loser wastes time. A loser just wastes time, not only their own time, but other people's time as well. They waste time by complaining, they waste time by blaming other things, they waste time by thinking things are difficult. And you're not a loser, right? You're a winner. And so, you don't waste people's time. You don't waste your time. If it's not important, you don't even entertain the idea of acting on it because you're not a loser. You're a winner. A winner does not let garbage get in the way. Losers treat themselves like garbage. They talk down on themselves. They eat trashy foods. They do things that make them sad and then complain about it as well. And they blame something else because they think they have no power in their life. A loser thinks that they don't have power over their own lives. And so they let themselves go and think that they have no control over the decisions that they make, which is the only thing that matters. The only thing that matters is the decisions you make. And so you end up as a loser that way. But since you are not a loser, you don't waste your power of decision like that. You make good decisions. You eat healthy because you love yourself. A winner loves themselves, whereas a loser does not. And you are not a loser. You love yourself, right? So you're a winner. And winners, since they love themselves, they don't do things that hurt themselves. Why would you? Why would you do that? You hurt yourself, you're hurting everyone else around you, and a winner is aware of that. A winner is aware that whatever you do does not just affect you, it affects everyone around you. Losers are selfish in that way. They don't care about themselves, and so they don't care about anyone around them. And since you're not a loser, you love yourself because you love everyone else around you. You think everyone else is just as awesome as you are, and you don't let yourself down because you know letting yourself down is letting everyone else down, and that is selfish, and a winner is not selfish. A winner is full of themselves, yes, but that's because losers are not. Losers are not full of themselves. They are full of the opinions of others. They are full of ideas that aren't theirs. They are full of everything but themselves, which makes them a horrible thing to have around. They are just negative. Whereas a winner is full of only themselves. They make their own ideas, they make their own ideals, have their own morals, have their own ideas of what life should be like. And when you are full of yourself, you're full of love because you are love. Winners are lovely people. Losers always question if they're good enough. Losers have this constant question. A loser will have somebody walk out of their life and they will think that they aren't good enough for that person. But you're not a loser, right? So you don't question that. A winner does not even have to ask the question if they are worthy or good enough. A winner knows that they are good enough, and not even good enough. They know that they're the best, and that asking if I'm good enough for this person or that job or whatever is pointless because that's a stupid question to ask, and winners don't ask stupid questions. A winner knows that if somebody walks out on their life, well, then that's not good enough for me. That's not good enough for me. You walk out on my life, that's not good enough for me. So it doesn't hurt me. A winner does not choose things that aren't good enough for them. And people walking out on your life because they have whatever reason to walk out, that's not good enough for a winner. And so they don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Let that person walk away. It sucks for them. A winner knows that. A winner knows how valuable they are. And they don't sit there and question their worth. They don't sit there and question if they're good enough because they know that is an absolutely redundant question. It doesn't hold any value questioning that. It's a waste of time and energy to wonder if you're good enough. A winner knows that they're good enough, and they don't ever have to question it, and they don't take things personally like that. Okay, I think that is I think I've got that off my chest, and I really hope that that kind of helps you. I've been in this zone all day, and it has felt so great to just get rid of that doubt because you don't need that, dude. Winners don't need that. And we're all winners here, dude. I want you to know that you are a winner and you are super amazing, super awesome. Yeah, I hope that this kind of lifts up your day. And anytime that you're feeling down, please throw this on, listen to it, get hyped up, be your own hype man. A loser needs somebody else to hype them up, whereas a winner is their own hype man. All right, guys. I love y'all. I hope you have a day that is just as marvelous and fantastic as you are. And until next time, keep raising the vibe of not only yourself, but everyone around you because you are awesome, you deserve it, and everyone else around you deserves the best version of you as well. Peace.